Jim, it was good winning at the weekend and 2 sessions midweek. How satisfied are you with how the week's gone?
We'd rather have played on Tuesday, being perfectly honest. When you've won on Saturday and you're playing at home again on the Tuesday, would have been a great opportunity for us, but we can't affect that. The FA Trophy takes the precedence over that fixture on that day. So I think we got called off again, didn't it, on the Tuesday, Bishop Stortford. So they'll have a backlog of games. But from our point of view, you don't worry about what you can't affect. We just cracked on. We trained Tuesday, we trained Thursday, done a little bit of physical work with them on Tuesday, done a little bit of analysis work off the back of Saturday's game, and then I got myself off and went over to watch Chorley whilst Andy took the rest of the training, and then again tonight. So we've touched on a few bits. Got the chance to look at Chorley up close on Tuesday. I went about 4 weeks ago when he played Alfreton as well. So we've got eyes on them and everything else that goes with it around what's happening at Chorley at the minute, and so it's been a good couple of days training wise off the back of a good win Saturday, and now we're going to be flat out with the games programme ourselves now with the Saturday Tuesday scenario probably for the next month or so.
And you've extended Richie Bennett and Festus Arthur's loans recently and brought in Danny Lloyd and Ben Hockenhull. How happy are you with those additions?
Really pleased looking at the lads tonight. I think there's only Will just come off of the weekend with a knock. He's done a little bit tonight. We'll see how he goes. But obviously Declan, Evans and Adam Hansen, they're back running now, so they shouldn't be too far away. Fingers crossed. And apart from that, everyone was to train tonight, and I thought the standard was really good. The tempo was really good. We're suddenly looking strong as a squad, as competition for places, and that's what we want. We don't want to have just a set team, and we need players who are going to be pushing them. So we've done some business. We were, we agreed a couple of weeks ago with Scunthorpe around Richie, so he's here. That's good. Festus extended his loan. Obviously, he was when he first come in, we missed a game or two because of the weather. So I think he's another one who's done well, but will probably get better the more he plays because he's missed that much football. So he's a good sort, like they all are. I do a lot of research due diligence on players, not just as technical ability and physical attributes, etc. I think they've got to be, first and foremost, good people, good honest people who are going to have a go and will fit into the environment that we're trying to create. And Festus has added to that. Richie's certainly added to that. Now we've brought Danny Lloyd in. Anyone knows Danny's a lively character. He's a permanent signing. Obviously we've got him next year as well. It's a big signing for the club. I worked with Danny last year, and he was fantastic. On and off the field. He can cover a few positions. He can create. He can score. He's got that little bit of magic. He scored some great goals last year, and and we think it's a really good signing for the club. And we've brought Ben in as well. Ben, I've watched a bit over the last 12 months. We're living not far from Tranmere, and seeing him in a few games there, pre-season and 1 or 2 bounce games, etc. And there's no doubt he's got the attributes. He's been at Man United, he's been at Brentford. He's found himself in League Two. It's not worked out for him at the moment at that level. So we're pleased to have him in. If it's anything to go by his first performance, he's going to do well for us, and potentially another one that coming on the day met his teammates for the first time and everything else that goes with it. We should really go from strength to strength. So we're pleased with the lads we've brought in. We're pleased with the business that we've done. And as I say, if we're going to play like we trained tonight, and we have seen some good bits in the over the last couple of weeks, although results haven't matched that at times. I think we're going to do all right. So it's hopefully it's an exciting time for us, and we've got to embrace these challenges that lie ahead now over the next couple of weeks when the games are coming thick and fast, and going to every game believing that we can win, and hopefully we'll get the points on the board, and we can move away from the position that we find ourselves in.
Yeah, and you touch on competition places. Another player who'll be pushing for one is Jordan Archer. He came back last week and he got a goal on Saturday. How happy are you for him personally and for the team coming back from injury.
Yeah, brilliant for Jordan. Said that after the game, I was really pleased for him as an individual in front of the lads. You can see he's well respected, the lads who've been here before, the lads who've joined the club and seen the hard luck that he's had. You could see that in the celebrations when he scored, and obviously in the changing room after the game. He's been out an awful long time. I think it was April time or something. And then, we had that friendly when I first took over, and away at Bootle, and he was on the bench for it, and he stuck a shot in the warm-up, and his knee wasn't right, so you could see the devastation in the lad's face. When the humans at the end of the day, and they have feelings, and Jordan, he's done well for the club, found himself injured, he was nearly coming back, gets injured again, then goes under the knife. So it's been a drawn out process for him, and not very nice for the time that he spent on the sidelines, but he's kept plugging away, he's kept working hard. He's a naturally fit lad, and it was very fitting. Obviously he's come on and scored a goal for us, so he's come off the bench the last couple of games. He's involved. We've got to assess whether he's up to speed, whether he's sometimes when you play players from the start, they sort of hold a little bit back because they think, right, I've got to get through the first 45 minutes, etc. But we've got to build him up and get him to where he wants to be and where we want him to be. And at the minute we've given him the 10 minutes Saturday, we've given him a little bit, 15, 20 the game before. We've got the cup game coming up against Bacup where that could be a start for him. So we'll manage him right. He's in and around it. We know that he's a good player. We know that he can affect the game off the bench. And as I say, sometimes when you start a game, you don't get the same effect. But when you come off the bench for the last 20, and he knows, right, I've got 20 minutes, I can go and burn round and put myself about. That suits at that stage where he's at on his recovery. So pleased to have him on board. Real competition for places, certainly that top end of the pitch now. Will coming in, he's done quite well. Will, only a young lad and only get better. Jordan coming back from injury. Richie Bennett, Marcus Carver. We're all right at the top end of the pitch. So as I say, any successful team needs people getting pushed in all positions, and we've nearly got it in every position. So yeah, it's healthy. All lads are chomping at the bit, all want to play and do well. So we need to, whenever they're in the team, they need to make sure that they look after the shirt.
There's a massive game coming up Saturday away to Chorley. It's always a good game when we play them, home or away. What can you expect from them?
They're a good side. They're in the playoff position. They've got games in hand. Watched them on Tuesday night, as I say. Watched them a couple of weeks ago, and there's no doubting. Andy's a very knowledgeable manager at the level. He's getting the most out of his side. They've got good players. They've got attack-minded players who can threaten a goal. I think I've looked over me bits when I'm doing stuff. I think they're the second highest scorers at home in the league after Scunthorpe, I think it is. They're in good form. As I say, they're in the playoffs. They've obviously won on Tuesday. They're on, they got beaten the FA Trophy against Solihull, but that was a big ask of a team who are doing well on the level above. But league programme wise, they're in good form. But yeah, I know from my time with File going to Chorley, it's a good fixture. A passionate, we've got a passionate fan base. They have. Pitch is a little bit shot at the minute. It's had a lot of games played on it and the weather, etc. So, that can make it even more tasty at times when the pitch doesn't makes it like a leveler. Yeah, but as I say, the teams, they're doing well, and they've got a fan base that are right behind them, and a lot of publicity around the place at the minute with all the things going off the field, who they might be getting bought by, all that Westlife, etc. Seeing all that stuff. So as I say, whenever we play anyone, I do my due diligence and I look over where the strengths and weaknesses lie, and I know they've had a bit of illness and things like that, so it doesn't matter what 11 players are on the pitch. They've got good players, lads who they've brought in recently, who are stating a claim, lads who've been there all season. Johnson's been a good player for them this year. They have a certain way of playing. Mark Ellis, a lot around Mark Ellis, around set plays, and he's the leader of the team. And, they've had a few issues around the goalkeeper, etc. But, as I say, whatever 11 take the pitch, it's going to be a tough game. But I'd like to think that, Andy Priest is doing his interview, that he's probably looking at us going, we're actually a decent enough side. So it's got the makings of a good game, and hopefully it's a game that we can take something from, and you know, and all the stuff around Jack Sampson. I've got to mention Jack. I worked with Jack twice. I had him at Father and I had him at Morecambe as a young lad. You know, he's a fantastic lad, and you know, everyone wishes him and his wife all the very best, and you know, it's nice that there's something going on Saturday away from the football as well, where everyone can get together and contribute and have a good night really. So all my best wishes of myself and staff and players and everyone at our club goes to Jack and his wife. So be nice to see Jack. I haven't seen him for a while, but yeah, big game, big day. Let's go and enjoy it.